here with Wayne Ramsey. He's the point leader here, but bad problems here right at the first of the race. What happened there?
We just found a problem. We broke a rocker arm, and just one of them deals, man. It's part of racing. Some nights you have it happen, and unfortunately it happened to us tonight when we was in the thick of a points battle. You wonder why things like that happen, but they do for a reason. We just try to pick up the pieces and go forward, but probably the damage is already done now.
Yeah, so what's the game plan now?
Talking about switching motors. We're going to talk here about it, see if it's worth going through all that. We took a big point hit right there, and you know, we got to start last in the next race if we even switch motors. And I don't know, man. Right now I'm just so disappointed. We worked so hard this year, put ourselves in position to win this championship, and we had a parts failure. So, but that's part of racing, man. It happens to the best of them. And we're just a victim tonight. So what can you say?
Here, Rusty Scooge start up front, but
yeah,
outside, well, you qualified up front.
Outside pole.
What happened there?
And the radio harness went bad. That was the first thing that happened. We jerked everything, helmet, earplugs, harness, radios, everything we could find, tried to change stuff out, and finally found it was the harness. So we got that straightened out. We were 10 laps down, then got out there and the brake caliper fell off the car. So, you know, maybe if we qualify in the back, we'll do better. You reckon?
One of them days, I reckon, at the racetrack. Seafault finished third here. Looks like you're getting a little aggravated. Looks like you might have had something for Davin. You just couldn't get around Brandon. He was real good on the outside.
Yeah, you know, you just had to run, and every time I tried to give the guy plenty of room, but you know, he come down way low in the corner and stuff. But you know, he was racing. You know, lap 25 we're racing, but whatever. We got another 100 laps. I feel really confident about these twin races. You know, having a good car in the second half, and I felt like we could have done something, but we'll just have to try again next 100.
Yeah, you think Davin run off and left there? Do you think you had something for him, or Brandon just held you up there?
I just got held up really, really bad, man. I won't try to hit the guy, but I guess next time I'll try something different.
Here, Brandon Dean finished second, and a few weeks ago you had a heck of a battle with Philip Morrison. You really proved your driving skill, but tonight that had to be one of the hardest races you ever drove there.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. I like to think he drove me so clean. He got to me a couple of times, but just because his car was rolling through the center better. But I knew when I got on the outside I was getting really good runs, and once I got around him, he would get back up there because I didn't know when to get back on the gas to make the car rotate. So once he got beside me, though, I could figure out where I was and when I could make the car rotate, and we held him off. So just want to thank all these guys at Kiker, my dad, Jimmy, Gerald, everybody that comes, Bob, my spotter, Chastity, everybody that comes week in and week out. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Davin Sykes, winner here in the first 100 lapper. Like they were on you there at the beginning, they started racing hard and you got away from them. How hard would you drive in there while they were battling?
Well, I knew we got another 100 lapper, so I was trying to save a little bit for the next 100. You know, when they get side by side, that gives you a little bit of a cushion. So I'd watch, and whenever they started battling, you know, I'd try to save as much as I could for the second 100. We'll see how much I saved. It got tight because I thought, well, let's see what we got, and I took off, and I know the car was a little too tight, but it clouded up on us, and hopefully we'll make some adjustments for the second race and be right there.
Wayne Ramsey, interviewing for the second time tonight, for the second time the wrong reason here. You started in the back. What happened there at the very beginning anyway?
We had a really, really fast car. Circumstances from the first race put us on better tires than the rest of the competitors. But, you know, on even tires, I think we had a really good car, and that little bit with the tires, we were going to be really good in that race. And we were coming up through there. We were passing a car, 2 cars a lap, and they got turned off of 2 over there, and spotter hollered to go high. The 2 car was low. I saw that. I started high to go around him, and evidently somebody turned the 1 car when he was checking up maybe, and he was just sitting right there in front of me and nowhere to go. Just holes closed up, and man, it's a bummer to have the season we've had, and it comes down to this, having one night like tonight ruins the championship hopes.
Here, John King, you took the lead there at the start of the race, and that thing was a rocket ship. To see you got around, like you had a good top 3 car. What happened there?
I don't know. We ran good in the first race. Second race, like you said, we got a good start. We got on the outside of Brandon Dean and led the first 40 laps. Got passed by CE there. I don't know. Either MSD box or full. Just one of those tough luck nights.
Yeah, it had to feel good. This is the best you've run in quite a while. It feel good up there, and that was a really good car all night. The first race, yeah, you just started back there. You passed a lot of cars to get up there and get the draw to get up there in the front.
I'm telling you what, we're getting a lot of help from Jay Hedgecock. He's he's put us on track, buddy. This car is on kill, so just as soon as we can get all this little stuff worked out, I think we'll be right back to winning races.
So you've been just racing around and wherever. Where's your next? Are you gonna be at Martinsville this year?
We're going to Martinsville. We're trying to put a couple more truck things together after Bristol there, and we'll be at Martinsville. Maybe come up here for the last weekend, September 11th. I don't really know. I got my dirt stuff. We're still trying to do some dirt stuff, so we're still full blast. Try to do something every weekend. Never know exactly what we're going to do, just whatever works out.
Jamie Connell finished third here in the Long Brothers car tonight. How much was you saving there for the very end of the race? Were them two just that good there at the end?
They were good. We weren't saving anything. We run all we had, both races. Just too tight the first 100 and made some adjustments, and I think we might over-adjusted a little bit for the second half. We were about as loose through the center off second half as we were tight first half. But, glad to come out of here third. We were hoping for better, but, they give me a good car, pretty good, and we worked hard yesterday testing and had a good time up here racing. A lot of fun to come up Motor Mile and run. A lot of good, hard, clean racing, and that's what we like to do.
Yeah, you've mostly done a lot of consulting this year. You hadn't drove a whole lot. That was a lot of fun to come up here and drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. We had an addition to our family 4 weeks ago today, and that's taken priority over racing this year, and we'll race when we can. She's the main priority. She's doing good, Mama's doing good, so hopefully here in the fall we can get out and run some more of these races.
Devin picked up the win in the first one, and like you was on the way there. Late caution there killed your runs. You was on the inside to see you there for many laps.
Yeah, I like the long runs. It seems like every time our car's set up more of a long run, or maybe it's me. I like long races. These cautions come out, I can't stand them. We're not racing. It's all caution laps, so I don't know how many we run. Didn't feel like many, but yeah, I need a long run. I think we had something for him. Our car's a little loose there on the short run on the bottom.
Yeah, he took off and left there, and you caught him there at the end. You were saving something there for the very end, wasn't you?
I didn't want to kill it to get to him, so because I knew it was 100 laps, I just hoped it stayed green or another caution would catch me up to him. So I don't know. That's just the way it goes. Daggone it. He had a pretty good car. I felt like he was a little better, but what do you do? I don't care. It takes everything. And like I said, we was a little tight on the bottom. Needed a long run, and maybe we had a shot at it.
It's Steve's fault. You had a good car the first race. You got hit by Brandon Dean. Like in the second race, you knew that thing was good the whole time.
Yeah, I may have played a little too nice at the beginning part, but I think when I was racing for a championship, I know what it feels like. Trying to win a championship, also trying to win the race. So, just second race, I was going to leave nothing on the table. We got a long ride home. I wanted to bring us home a trophy, and I had a great car. Got around the 21, got around the 5. But man, Davin, he came on strong. I was kind of hoping that we have a buffer, but I guess that got broke. But man, Davin was really, really good, and it's his home track. So to come here and beat him and Jamie Caudill, man. This number 40 car's come a long way since we first started this thing, that's for sure.
You ran the inside group the whole race. Davin got inside of there. They didn't have that late caution. You still think you could have held him off there? You run side by side with many laps there at the end. Yeah,
I knew if I just stay in front of them and not, swash up or nothing, I could have a shot. And man, this track's just really, really tough to pass on the inside. You really have to kind of wreck somebody to get by him. But Davin, he's a great racer, and I'm sure he's gonna sit on the pole at Martinsville again this year. But he raced me really clean. I appreciate that.